The city-owned farmers market used to be home to 54 vendors, some young.
I have owned the stand since September of 2016.
We've been here for about 10 years now.
Some well-established.
The family, probably 80-something years.
A place to get your cooking staples, along with those ingredients that are tougher to find.
Certain foods or certain ethnic foods that you can't really get at your regular grocery store.
It's also a place to build relationships.
Getting to know some of the vendors, the owners of the vendors, has been really nice.
But few groceries were bought, and even fewer friendships sparked as the market reopened after some renovations, a reflection on how business has been. As you can see in this graph, once the pandemic hit Ontario around March 10th, foot traffic dropped drastically from 25,000 a week to below 5,000.
It's a bit slowed down because there's no offices open or anything, and Jackson Square is closed up.
Before you could see, you couldn't even see down the hall actually. It was just so packed.
The reduced crowds was detrimental to vendors' pockets.
My sales dropped down 80%.
My business as a whole, we've lost about 50% of our revenue.
At the beginning of the pandemic, vendors were told by the city that they only had to pay 25% of their rent. But that all changed last month.
And then in December, they had a meeting in camera, which I don't know how you do with a public building, and they decided that they want all their money back.
75% of the deferred rent from April to September, cash these businesses don't have.
You're going to pay the 75%, even though I have rent receipts that say I paid my rent because it was billed to me at 25%.
While some vendors like Thango Meats here decided to try to make this thing work, other vendors felt it was just too much to handle. So far, 8 vendors have left their post.
This lady's been here since I've been coming down, way over 20 years, and now she's gone.
Business owners are having a hard time grasping why the city is hindering instead of helping local businesses.
Failing to recognize that we're renting from a city facility, we're paying city wages, we're paying $70,000 a year to the parking operators across the street for the city of Hamilton, that there isn't just wiggle room for us here.
You know, if the government could give us some help, that would be great. That's all we can really do as the smallest pieces in the puzzle.
There's an update now. There will be a shareholder meeting next Monday to discuss the vendor contracts. There will be additional direction to the market board regarding those unsigned contracts that would require the vendors to pay those deferred rents.